Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is Rev Trev, and today I'm in shock. We're talking about life after OEL. What's next in Vancouver? I don't know about you. Where were you when you heard the news? I was so shocked. My phone was blowing up yesterday, and people are saying OEL got bought out. I'm like, no way. There's no way. And I checked my phone, and friends, podcasters messaging me going, dude, this is real. I checked Twitter, and people are saying, have you made a video yet? I'm like, I'm at my son's graduation. I can't make a video. Family over podcasting, people, okay? So think about this right now. Fans are excited. Hope is arising, and I'm in shock because I predicted that it was going to be next summer, not this summer, that OEL was going to get bought out. That was all the reports. All of a sudden, this amazing news, massive news comes that Vancouver has bought out Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Wow. Okay, so what does this mean? Now, I understand that I'm late to the party. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Hit that like and subscribe. But I've been looking into capfriendly.com. I've been listening to podcasts and being in live streams like Canuckland, Locked On Canucks. I've been on daily. Actually, that one's different. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so I've been watching a whole bunch of videos trying to figure this out. I've been on Camp Friendly, so I'm just going to post it right here. This is what it means, okay? It's a little complicated, to be honest, but I'm so thankful for capfriendly.com because they do such a good job of keeping us in the know. And this is what it means. Like, this is, instead of paying them out for 4 years, we're now paying them out 8 years. And this is what the cap hits are, okay? And so we basically drop $9 to $10 million in salary of paying out OEL, and then extends us from 4 to 8 years, and it frees up $7.1 million of cap space this season. So that's exciting news in Vancouver. Next year, it's over $4 million of freed up cap space. Now, it does extend to 8 years, and then we still will have the residue of this for a long time, okay? But I don't think that people understand, that the teams understand how passionate the fan bases are, the media, and the content creators. They act like we don't know what we're talking about. Now, I get that some fans are fanatical and just insane and just say the dumbest things, or they just respond to emotions. But when you sit back and you listen to people like, Sakara and Price and others, Dollywall and Taylor and all these guys, like, there's a lot of knowledgeable people, Drance, and there's so many people that are out there, right, that are just, we're all watching the games, we're all drinking the Kool-Aid, we all have bought the merchandise, we're all seeing the players, and let's just be honest, OEL is absolutely stunk in Vancouver. He has not been great, and we're like, what is going on? Right? So here's what we've seen. And we're just talking about this year. We're not talking about years past, okay? Just this season. When OEL was out of the lineup, the Canucks were much better defensively. They were so much better. There was such an improvement. And it's like, how do we go forward with a guy like this? Like, looking into going next year, I was like, man, OEL, he's such a liability, right? And here we are. He's gone. I'm like shocked. And now, granted, Demko came back as well during that time, and that helps tremendously, okay? But still, these other players were absolutely stepping up to the plate. Now, the Canucks have been trying to move cap space for some time and have not been successful. It's because other teams don't have to play nice with us. They don't have to do anything because they have all the leverage. They're not going to do, you're saying, well, that's not fair. Now, with this buyout, it's now an even playing field again for Vancouver. You got opportunity, but nobody's wanted these contracts with Besser, Garland, and Tyler Myers. They've been trying for a while to move one of these contracts without success. The only option they had was buying out OEL's massive and ugly contract. Now, some of you are like, yeah, you should have done that a long time ago. It's not your money. Can you imagine right now being Aquilini and like eating $19 million? That's crazy. So this trade that happened, you know what I've been saying for years, even from that beginning of that trade. I have not liked that trade. I did not like getting OEL. I thought that he was done. He was a little bit washed. He's not going to be worth the money. Everyone tried to convince me that it's Garland is the guy. We should be so pumped. We got this for trash. We got these guys, and it's turned out to be awful. Now, it's in the conversation of the worst trade in Canucks history, and it's the only one that rivals it is the Cam Neely move, and we know how that happened, okay? But listen, when you think about the biggest buyouts in NHL history, the guys I think of, I don't know who you think about, but I think of Alexei Yashin and Rick DiPietro. And OEL's in that. That's how much money we paid out. Okay, so number one is Vincent Lecavalier. It was like a $32 million or $31 million buyout. That's absolutely insane. DiPietro's was $24 million. Brizgalov for the Flyers, that was $23 million. Then you had Brad Richards for the New York Rangers. That was $20.6 million. And coming in at fifth is now OEL at $19.3 million. He went ahead of Alexei Yashin's New York Islanders deal of $17.6 million. Like, this is really bad. But they just had to pull the plug. Okay, so the reason I made this video was to get to this point. 7 minutes in, okay? What's next for Vancouver, for the Vancouver Canucks, life after OEL? I got 4 things that I want to mention to you, okay? Number 1 is, now we have cap space. Canucks, listen to me right now. Do not screw this up. People are like, well, now we can go into free agency. What? Okay, maybe. Like, I know there's a bunch of contracts coming off at the end of this season, but we also have to sign Pettersson. So can we not go crazy? Can we not just turn into Jim Benning 2.0 here? You have an opportunity to make this team good, to get it to the next level, to make the playoffs, to get people excited in Vancouver. Do not screw this up, okay? So what's next for Vancouver? Don't screw it up. Don't spend too much money in the off season. Listen, I was watching Daily Face-Off. As it Dan Cervelli, he was saying this. This is his projections of what it's going to cost defensemen coming up in the draft. Orlov, okay, 5 years, $6.25 million. Say what? We're good. Do not go and get him, okay? But then there's Ryan Graves, and he's been super interesting. Big, huge defenseman. 5 years, $5.1 million is what he's predicting. Like, man, that's going to be a lot of money. So are we going to... And we have to pay Hrenak next year. So please don't... Speaking of which, okay, number 2. I think it says that Vancouver's most likely going to pick a D in the draft. I have this feeling it's either going to be center or D, and we'll get into that in a second. But if Reinbacher or Sandin-Pellikka are available, I think they draft them there. It's very, very likely because we just don't have, like, if not them, are we going Wielander at 11? Like, this is something like, what's up next for Vancouver? That could be next for Vancouver. Because if you look at what we have right now, we have Quinn Hughes, we have Myers, we have Hrenak, and then look at the drop-off, okay? No more OEL, Brisebois, and Burrows, who's an unrestricted free agent. So we don't really have him right now. And then we've got to go, like, are we going to the AHL and picking up the guys and letting them play up on the club? Like Wolanin, Hirose, Rathbone, McWard. We have Elias Pettersson, the defenseman. He's coming on into the AHL? Is he going to be coming up and playing? Like, what's going to happen? We're really thin on defense, and so that's why I think we're going to draft a defenseman. We're going to bring up some of these guys. Now, third thing is that we need to probably still trade one of our wingers. So I wouldn't be surprised if we still end up trading Garland or Besser or Villiers, okay? They're still in play because we are loaded at winger. Like, we still have guys in our system that need to come up and play. And so this is crazy. So there's trade rumors of Brett Pesce. That might be the trade with Carolina. That can happen now because of that cap space. So don't screw up the free agency market here, but maybe you make a trade that way. Okay? Now, and that's why when it comes to the free agency, I don't think we're going to get some of these players like Ryan Reeves. I just don't think the New Jersey Devils are probably going to give him up, but you never know if they do, right? But Pesce has been up in rumors. So here's the fourth thing, okay? We still need a third centerman. So are we going to be picking one up in free agency, or are we going to pass on defense and pick one up in the draft? There is a lot of great talent at 11. I'm super excited. Go check out my draft videos. I've got a lot of them. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think what's next for Vancouver? Please post it in the comments. I would love to hear what you think's going to happen. And of course, always like and subscribe. And thanks for watching my video. Go Canucks, go.